and welcome back to the channel. This is Jay. Thank you for joining me for my plan with me for this week. I'm planning for the week of November 9 through the 15th. The month of November is just flying by too. We just got over whatever we got over, elections or whatever those were, and now we're into moving along and moving things along, and I'm just going to move along with that. I'm just going to drop, we're done with elections right here. My daughter was at Tuesday morning picking up, she's doing some of her Christmas shopping, and she found this paper pad for me. And it's 49 in Market. I love 49 in Market paper. The papers, I'm going to show this whole paper thing in my next video that you'll find. You'll see this in there under my haul. It's the 49 in Market Seaside Shipwreck, a 6x8 collection paper pack. Comes with collection is made up of 22 double-sided papers, plus two 12x12 laser cut sheets of coordinating elements, and 3 additional background papers. This paper is just lovely. When I flipped through it, I saw this. This is what I saw. And this is what it made me think of doing for my spread this week. Look at that. Is that peace, calm, serenity, good times, just enjoying myself? That's what I think of. I love a good lighthouse. So that's a different kind of one. And I'm thinking it is a lighthouse, but I love that. This is going to be my spread for the week. I'm going to move this one off. And I'm going to glue this one down. I just think this is so beautiful. And this scene reminds me of, I went to school in the state of Washington. I went to school in Washington State. And I'm from the East Coast. And I went all the way across country to go to college in the state of Washington. And one of my good friends was from Olympia, Washington. And she said, hey, Jay, let's go to the shore. And I want to show you this shoreline, stuff like that. You haven't seen it. And so I went home with her for that weekend so we could do that. And when I did that, we went out to this place. She said, there's a lighthouse there and there's some other stuff there. Now, I don't swim or anything like that. I don't swim. I know how to swim, but I'm not a swimmer. If times got tough and we were on the boat and the boat started shrinking, or no, not shrinking, excuse me, and the boat started sinking, the boat started sinking, I might be able to figure my way somewhere. It depends on where we were. And so we go out to look at this beautiful shoreline. And it was a beautiful day. And we're just having a good time walking around and everything. She says, hey, Jay, there's an outcropping here. I think she called it a jetty. She goes, there's a jetty here that I want to show you. And you can go all the way out to the end and everything like that. And so as you get to the jetty, there's these piles of rocks, and you kind of, you step across and keep going and everything like that. Isn't this beautiful, you guys? This is a thought. Sometimes when you have your calendars and your days and stuff like that, do something different with it. You don't have to stick with what they have all the time. You can always do something different. You can always plan something different on your calendar. I'm going to be using the 30 sheet sticker book because I want to grab these little dot things here. And I think I want these ones. They're hard to get up. Wait a minute. I think I want to, because the book's falling apart. But anyway, so we're out there, we're walking, and as you go through the out on the jetty thing, it starts to, the rocks, well, when we started out, the rocks were close together, right? And I'm like, okay, this is nice. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so nice. I'm so glad you brought me here. And so to get out further and further, these things are stuck on here. To get out further and further, to be able to get out on the edge and see this, the land and the sea and all that stuff that's out there, you have to keep jumping out further and moving. As you, the further we jumped out, these, the rock croppings got a little bit further apart. And so we're jumping and jumping and jumping. And I'm saying to myself now, because I'm always talking to myself about stuff. So I'm saying to myself, you know what, Jay? You are going to fall and break your neck. Because it's getting further and further apart. Like we're leaping now. Before we were like, chip, 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 chip. But we're leaping now. And I'm thinking to myself, Jay, you are going to break your neck. You're just going to break your neck, girl. You need to. So I said to my friend, I said, hey, I don't need to go any further. And she goes, Jay, come on, you haven't seen the good part of this. And I'm like, man, I don't really even want to see the good part of this now because I'm getting nervous. So she goes, come on, nothing's going to happen to you. She goes, just keep jumping. So I'm thinking, when people say that to you, just so you know, in case you don't know this, if somebody ever says to you, don't worry, nothing's going to happen to you, that right there is a sign. That's a sign. So we're jumping and jumping and jumping, right? And we jump. And one part of the rock there was really far apart, right? So I jump over the rock. I jump from my rock over to the next rock. And let's say it was like about, that much, a little bit, we're talking rock. So I'm just going to say this much apart. But in a rock size, this is a big gully, right? Big gully. So I jump and get to the other side. And it was wet because the waves are flashing up, right? And so the waves are flashing up and everything, and I jump over to the other side. So I jump over to the, you know what? Those are not even straight, but that's okay. So I jump up over to the other side to get to the other side. So I'm like, oh, so when I get over to the other side, it's wet. So I skid and fall on my butt, right? Skid and fall on my butt. And she's like, hey, Jay, come on. She's 2 rocks over. And so I try to get up, right, from my skid. So I try to get up from my skid, but I can't because I twisted my ankle as I made my last leap. So I twisted my ankle hurts. But she goes, come on, Jay, don't be scared. And I'm like, it's not like I'm scared. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. I was scared. So she goes, don't be so scared. It ain't nothing gonna happen to you. And I go, my leg is throbbing, and my ankle is throbbing, and she talking about ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Something's already happened to me. So I go, I think my leg hurt. I think when I fell, I hurt my ankle. She goes, oh no, you didn't. Come on, Jay. You're just trying to get out of it. Come on down. We only got a little bit more to go, and we'll be to the edge. And you can see there's probably some whales out here. Some whales and some other stuff. You'll get to see a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, man, I do want to see the whales and stuff. But I don't know if I could actually jump now because my ankle really does hurt. I'm not faking that. my ankle really does hurt. And I'm like, oh, my ankle really does hurt. So she goes, what are you doing? And so I go, can we kind of like, can we just lean over the side and see it from here? She goes, Jay, come on, stop playing. So I'm like, oh man, okay. And she goes, you from the city. That's why you scared. But you've been here in college long enough and been doing stuff. You don't have to be so scared no more. So I'm talking. I'm like, see, she getting on. And I'm like, she getting on my nerves with this scared stuff. And I ain't really scared. I'm really hurt. So I go, I think I hurt my ankle. She goes, no, you didn't. Come on. And you know how you can feel? You know how you can feel your ankle? You feel your body swelling? You know how you can feel that? So I'm feeling like, I go, it's swelling. Oh my goodness. She goes, come on, come on. And true, where she was from where I needed to be, it was like a couple of, two more leaps. So I'm like, oh man, okay. So I leap over and I land, and I'm like, because it's really hurting now, because I leaped over it. It's really hurting me now. And she goes, come on, one more, Jay. And so by the time I leap over to the other side, down to where we're supposed to be, tell me what you think about that. I don't want to do too much to it because I don't want to ruin it, but I want to have some place to write. But I don't know if I like those things. Those are crooked because, they're crooked. I'm talking, so they're crooked. But I think I can still use them. I don't want to put too much on it. I like it the way it is. I kind of just like it. I should have just wrote on it. Without the sticker things. And I'm thinking now, if I could get those sticker things up. Let me see if I can get one out. Get the crooked ones up with my thing here without ruining it. I don't know. I'm going to just leave them. I'm going to finish my story, though. Oh, that's my quick stick tool. Precision pickup and placement tool. I found it in my thing. I must have had it for a while. So I'm like, I really, and I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday. So I got to put that on it. So I go, you know what? So I get down there and I sit down. And she goes, why are you crying? It's really pretty, isn't it? And I'm like, no, I think I really hurt myself. And she goes, what? And I go, I think I really hurt myself. I go, I have my leg hurts. So my leg really, really hurts me. So she goes, what, Jay? And so she goes, let me take a look. I'll put this here because I got my doctor's appointment. So she looks and she goes, oh my goodness, Jay, your leg is swelling. So I'm going, oh man. So she go, how you gonna, that's what she said. Now, this is what she said to me. How you gonna get back? Because you're gonna have a hard time getting back because your leg is swelling. So I'm saying to myself in my head, I knew it. I knew my leg was swelling. I knew it was swelling. And I like to put down here a few items that I don't want to forget down here on Thursday. Because when I go to the doctors, they always tell me something. I pencil it in down there. So she goes, oh my goodness, Jay, how you gonna get back to where you supposed to back over there? Because how you gonna be able to jump back over? And I'm saying to myself, I know she's not asking me, and this is a day off right here. Because that's Veterans Day. So she's like, how you gonna jump, Jay? Your leg is really swelling. Oh my goodness, Jay, she says. And I'm like, oh, man. So she goes, you want me to try to get you some help or something? And I go, no, I'm just gonna try to jump back over. I'm just gonna try to jump back over. So I jump back over. I'm jumping, and it's it's paining like no tomorrow. I mean, it's really paining. So I jump back over it. We're jumping. By the time I got back to where you could just step over, because we were doing this, and I get to the point and I slip again and I slide, and I'm like, oh man. So I slide again and I kind of twist my other ankle when I slid back, because I was favoring the other when I slid back. So she's like, oh my goodness, Jay, look at you. You're not gonna be able to make it. You're not gonna be able to make it. And I go, no, I'm gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Come on, let's keep going. She goes, you want to sit down? I'm like, no, I don't want to sit down. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. And she goes, okay, let's keep going. So I'm jumping, and I finally make it back to where we're supposed to be. And I sit down. And when I sit down, I am just crying now, because I'm in so much pain that the only thing I can do is cry. So I'm just crying. Because I didn't hurt myself. And so she goes, can you make it back to the car? She goes, I didn't think anything was going to happen to you. I thought you was just being scary. And I'm like, no, I wasn't just being scary. I'm actually hurt, really hurt. So she goes, well, when we get back to campus, I can take you over to the health center and see what they say. And so I'm like, no, I don't think I want to go to the health center. I just kind of want to go and lay down. And she goes, oh no, you can't just go laying down with that big thing happening to you like that. You're gonna have to go to the health center. So we get back to the campus, and I get to the health center. So we go to the health center, and the health center nurse tells me that my ankle is really badly sprained, and that I need to, get some crutches and stay off it for a while and do this stuff, right? And I'm like, oh man, this is terrible. I think I want to take the Wednesday ones off. And I'm like, man, this is terrible. And she goes, oh yeah, Jay, ooh, I didn't think, I thought you was just joking. I didn't think anything was good. I thought you was just scared and nothing was happening to you. I thought you was just scared. And so the moral of this thing is, anybody tells you, I don't care who they are, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, but if anybody ever tells you, don't worry about it, it's going to be you're going to be all right, don't worry about it, don't listen to them people. That's a sign. Don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen. It's a sign that something's going to happen to you. And when it happens to you, it's not going to be what you think it is. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, because something's going to happen to you, and it's going to be bad. So you're going to have to figure this. You're going to have to figure this thing out, because it's going to be bad. So I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. So I get back to my dorm, put my feet up and everything like that. She's telling everybody what happened and how, if I wasn't so scary, if I wasn't so scared and just leaped across the thing like she did, because she didn't fall in the water and hurt herself. Nope. She didn't hurt herself. She jumped right over the water, right over the thing. And no water hurt her. So I'm thinking, she gonna ask me to do something with her again. I just know it. I'm gonna say no. Oh, that's a whole sheet. I can't use that. That's a whole sheet. I just need a little thing. I need a little thing. And so I'm just saying, people tell you to, I really don't want much on there. That's my thing. I don't really want to put anything on there. But I do need something to give me a space to write. And I'm trying to find something. And I think I want to use this. But I want to cut this part. I want to save it for later, though, because I need a place to write a little bit, just to write a little bit on Monday. So I think I want that there like that. I like that. I think I want that there for Monday. I don't think I want this here at all. I don't think I want that. I don't think I liked them at first, but now that I have them on here, I don't think I like them. At least not on this side. I like them on that side, but I don't like them on this side. So I want to take them off this side and use something else from this productivity book. So I like to get it done there. I want to use another get it done. And I want to take that little section off again. So I need another one. And this one, I want to butt it up against, I want to put it right there. Get it done. Like that. And I need one more. Wednesday, I don't need one for Wednesday. And I don't know if I like that one sitting out there like that. You know what? When you're doing your spread, there's a lot to it. Looking at your placement. I don't think this one's going to come up so nicely, but maybe. Nope. It's going to have to stay there. Sometimes when you stick them down, they got to stay there. Let's see if I like it. With it floating out in the air like that. Get it done floating out in the air like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think I need one more get it done, though. I need one more get it done. But I don't want it on Wednesday. I want it right there like that. I want to kind of stair step it down like that. See, I like these up in here. They're fine. But these, this one's what messed me up. I don't think I can get that one up either. But that's what messed me up, putting it to the side like that. I should have stuck it. Closer to here and then stair step them down that way. But I didn't. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Wednesday's my day off. And then I think that's all I want to do to it. I don't want to, let's see, do I have? This one says, like this says, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. What I want to do here is I want to cut that out like that. Like that. So I'm really just kind of cutting this all up because I want these words. I just don't want the color. Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Because I like that saying. I feel like one of those people, I'm cutting this up so, I feel like one of those people, you know how those people make those newspaper threats to people and they cut out all the words and then they put them on the paper, and then on the TV, you always see the criminal, and they always go, the criminal's fingerprint was on it or something like that, because they was cutting out the letters. Makes me feel like that. It reminds me of that. I don't feel like that, but it reminds me of that. Where you cut out all the letters and you paste them in on this thing, because you don't want people to know that it was, the criminal or whoever the person is making the threats is, doesn't want people to know it's him on those TV movies where they cut the words out from the newspaper. That's what this reminds me of. A beautiful day begins. There, beautiful day begins. That's what I wanted to say. I don't need it I don't want it to be with a beautiful mindset. I just want a beautiful day begins. I just want that. So, my friends, this is my spread for the week. I love the setting, the back setting of it. So when you're making your calendar and doing your plans up for the week, you can use anything you want. You can write on anything you want. You can use all your stickers in your sticker books. You can use paper. You can use anything that you find. But make sure you get yourself done, because as you notice, before I can do anything for the week, and my channel has planning, but I have to plan. I have to do my planner before I can do anything for the week, and then I start to fill it up and get all my stuff going and write it all out. So I always have them all filled up, and I always have everything all planned out, but I gotta start here, and I always like to start with something on it that's gonna make me feel good for the week. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a most pleasant week. I hope you are happy. I hope you do something this week that makes somebody smile. To all my subscribers, thanks for subscribing to me. To all the people who just stopped by, click that button and subscribe. I'm still trying to do my push to get to my 300 subscriber level. If you like this spread and you just kind of like the feel of the background, give me a thumbs up. And I'll talk to you all in the next video. And thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.